We haven't talked to you since you won the Rookie of the Year award. Did you hear from anybody prominent that really stood out, or like some people that you looked up to? I don't know, who all reached out after you won that?
I mean, there was definitely a lot of guys that reached out. A lot of big players from the DR, a lot of big players from here too, like guys like Trout, Judge, obviously, and like guys around the league. So I was really happy about that.
How surreal was that parade down in the DR?
Oh, definitely amazing. Amazing. I could not believe, to be honest, I could have not believed that was happening to me right there. It was pretty exciting.
When did you realize it was going to be so big? Like when you pulled up, or did people tell you, hey, this is going to be really big?
I know people were telling me that it was going to be really big, but I feel like I really realized it once I was creeping up closer to around my hometown, like kind of like that border area. That's whenever I started seeing people outside on the streets, like on the side of the road there, literally just waiting for that. I was like, man, this is about to be big.
I mean, 300 a year ago today is basically when you got here. All that happened in this last year. I mean, could you have imagined it? I mean, did it exceed your expectations? I know you had high expectations.
I mean, there was definitely a lot of things that I didn't think about. I feel like my whole approach a year ago, I can definitely tell you, it would just basically do the best that I can in my preparation, and then let everything just take over from that. Well, definitely there was like a lot of surprises going around it.
So now, what's your mindset? Last year was do everything you can. Now what do you do? Because it's all
same thing. Just keep maximizing all my opportunities. Keep putting the best into my body that I can get the best outcome out of it.
Julio, where do you think you made your biggest gains or improvement from last February through the postseason? Where did you get better?
I just feel like understanding the game. I feel like understanding the game was huge for me throughout that past year, and that's why I feel like I gained the most knowledge.
And that never ends. That process
never ends. So that's why it gets me really excited, because looking forward to all the other things that I'm about to learn.
Does it change like what you do in the off season or even now, because you know kind of what to expect? Like your mindset is the same, but do you work on different things, or you have a way to be more efficient?
Yeah, I just feel like that's the best word. That's the best way to describe it. I feel like you will never know what really is gonna go about in the baseball field, because everything is unpredictable. But I feel like it just gives you a better idea, a better plan, like how to adjust to things, how to approach different things. So I feel like that's the best thing.
How much has your life changed over the past year? I mean, you showed up at camp, you wanted to play your way onto the team, and you accomplished your lifelong dream. Just discuss about how much your life has changed.
I mean, there was definitely a lot of aspects that have changed, but at the same time, I just keep living my dream, man. I feel like I was doing that last year. I'm still doing that today. So definitely outside of the field, a lot of things changed for my family and all that. But for me, it's been the same thing.
You showed up last year really wanting to showcase your speed and all the really hard work that you did on that. Are there components to your game that are more specific that you really want to hone in on as you come into spring?
I just feel like everything. I feel like I always trying to get better with every single thing I do. If it's running, I've always said it. If it's running, throwing, hitting, whatever it is that it comes to for me to play baseball, I feel like I always want to hone all those abilities.
Hey, late in the season, you kind of talked about this being your first time playing for such a long stretch. What did you learn about your body in that stretch?
I mean, definitely, I feel like you always got to stay with your routine. I feel like that's always going to take you a long ways, because it's a long season. And if you're basically a step away from it or things like that, it could definitely get dangerous for you. So I feel like that's my biggest takeaway from it.
Some of the stuff was kind of fluky, you get hit by a pitch and stuff. But if you look, you only got to play in 125 games, and then you throw in April, where it was a tough month of April. You put up all your numbers. What do you think you can do in 150 games? Ideally, that's probably what you want. I know you want to play every day, but 150 games, what do you think you could do?
I mean, I want to say more of the same. I cannot tell you what specific stats or anything. I feel like I would try to do more of the same. And if I have more games, I guess more results are going to come out of it.
The people are talking about you guys as a team. You have a target now. You've been there. You did all this stuff in the postseason. But also you. I mean, it's going to be different, isn't it? They kind of know you. They've had a year. somebody was saying you might get 2 pitches to hit in a game, like 2 quality pitches. Like, how do you kind of wrap your head around that chess match with pitchers and what they're trying to do to you?
I mean, I just feel like I always got to stay committed to me and my plan. I feel like they are going to try to do a lot of different things because, as you said, they know me now. But I just got to come up with a plan. Come up with a plan. If I got to face somebody and they have a plan against me, I just got to do the same thing against them. We're at the end of the day, we're just going to be out there competing. And whoever got the best plan, whoever compete the best, that's the one that's going to win.
You want to steal some more bases this year? I know that slowed down in the second half a little bit. Teams knew you wanted to run, plus there was a health component too. You looking forward to a green light?
I'm looking forward to help the team win.
Yeah.
If it's running the bases, I'm going to be running. So that's all I'm saying.
Have you seen the bigger bags?
I haven't seen it yet.
But I mean, how much advantage do you have if you know that they've thrown over twice and they can't throw over again? How aggressive can you be?
Oh, like really aggressive. Like you definitely can be really aggressive because they're not gonna throw over there. Or unless I guess if they throw over and they get you out or something like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like they're gonna be in their that's gonna be in their head. So that definitely can play for us. Especially also the big bases. You have more room to play with, more room to like dive and kind of like avoid things. So it's pretty good.
How pumped up were you for the off-season additions of Teoscar and Colton? Get some more additions to the lineup. Especially how close you guys were in the postseason last year.
I mean, it's huge. I mean, you saw what he did in the postseason against us, and like guys like that, we need guys like that on our team. And I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what this team can do. And I know everybody's on the same boat as last year. I know we went to the postseason. I know we brought the draw, but there's still the same goal, just being in that postseason and just trying to win. That's all we got, and that's all we're gonna like basically focus on.
You were so excited about ending the drought, but you also wanted to move past that and focus on the future and everything. That said, given how close you guys played the Astros, how long did that sting linger into the offseason for you, and how quickly did you get over that and move forward?
I mean, I feel like, how do I say? I feel like that's, for me, I mean, obviously I was sad about it, but I feel like that also like brings a lot of motivation, I feel like you can avoid it and try to forget about it. You can like also learn and try to take something from it. And I just feel like that whole situation, that whole basically loss against the Astros, I feel like made this team stronger. And I know it's gonna do a really good job for us throughout the year.
You play a lot of video games in your life. Could you put together a lineup on a video game as good as the WBC lineup you're going to be playing in this year?
I mean, it will be pretty tough because there's a lot of good guys in that team.
I mean, could you imagine this, like it's WBC and you're looking down there and 1 through 9 you're probably batting leadoff for that lineup that doesn't seem to have a lot of weaknesses. How cool is that going to be?
I mean, it's really cool. I feel like everybody's really excited for the opportunity to be able to play in the World Baseball Classic. I know there's some guys that have played there before, and I know they can tell you how excited I would be. And just be representing your country and like with pretty decent team that we got. And I feel like everybody's really excited to go out there and compete.
What about the fans' reaction in your country? What about your Dominican fans' reactions about the team?
Oh, they are definitely really happy with the team they got. And I feel like they feel really proud of us. And they feel really proud of the people that are going to represent them.
After that experience in the Olympics, just how special would it be to accomplish a WBC championship if you guys were able to do that for your country?
Oh, I feel like that would mean the world for them. And I feel like every single Dominican can represent with it. I feel like when I was a kid, I remember me watching the World Baseball Classic, and it was a dream of mine to be part of a lineup like that. And I guarantee you that will mean the world for them.
You played the Tokyo Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna be playing for WBC number 5. So what you think that the difference between that event, this event?
The biggest difference, I feel like the players that will play, or the players that are allowed to play. That will be the biggest difference because I feel like in the Olympics, MLB players, if I'm not mistaken, are not allowed to play. So that was a pretty good tournament, but given the other stars that are allowed to play on this event, I feel like the level of competition definitely raises. So I would say that the difference on the level of competition.
Have you stopped growing?
I don't think so. They say until 25, right?
Mm.
So,
Are you?
I got-
Yeah, 225.
No, I don't. I'm saying that they say that you grow until 25.
Oh, and
so,
so you grow. Okay.
yeah, I'm 22, so I might have 3 more years or so. So.
Japanese fans are so excited already, and talking about the Dominican country team and the American team could be the biggest rival against the Japanese team. What do you think about the Japanese team? What did you hear?
I mean, for me, they're a really good baseball team. They're a really good baseball team. I remember that I faced a really good stars playing against the Olympics, and they get everything done. They do everything right. They get everything done, and that's why they're a dangerous team because they play ball also the right way.
What about potentially facing Yu Darvish or Otani or some of the other Japanese good young pitchers before the season? I mean, regular season.
I mean, that's definitely a big challenge because, as you know, they're really good pitchers, and I know they're going to go out there and compete. I know they're going to be having their country in their heart too. So it's going to be a really fun matchup.
Do you do anything different in the weeks leading up before you have to go to Miami? Do you want to play a little bit more than maybe you would normally in games just to get ready? Because you want to be dialed in when you get there.
Oh, for sure. I feel like I want to be I feel like my whole goal throughout this next basically 3 weeks or 2 weeks or so is trying to feel the best that I can. Then just try to figure out how my body feels and on the games, and whenever I feel ready, that's the point that I want to be.
When did your body feel normal? Like after the season, when did it finally feel like? Because you had the finger thing and everything. When did you just feel like, okay, nothing's sore, I don't have to worry about it?
It was for a while. I don't know what day specific, but it was for a while. I definitely went through a lot during the year, so it was fun though.
How you feel that your playing catch pattern are getting better?
Oh, yeah, that's good. I asked him. He was doing great, so I'm excited to play catch with him again.
All right. Thanks, Julio.
Thanks, Julio.
All right, thank you guys.
Adidas this year, huh?
Yep.